All right, so I got off work tonight about 8 o'clock, and tonight all I kept thinking about was debt and how much I hate debt. A lot of people that I know are in debt and have asked me how I got out of debt. I actually had a lot of debt, me and my wife. Let's see, we had about $27,000 on a credit card. The Subaru I bought when I became a manager at a retail store, I made $30,000, and I thought it was a good idea to go buy a brand new car. And I remember asking my brother, I was like, "Hey, what do you think about me buying this Subaru?" And he just told me like, "That's a stupid idea. You shouldn't buy a car the same price how much you make." So I bought my Subaru. Horrible decision. Anyhow, we also had two cell phones, the hospital bill for my oldest daughter, collections from past bills, car that broke down that my wife is still paying for. I think it was like around $8,000. My box truck, if you guys see my other videos, I bought that for $47,000, and that's about $125,000 in debt. We just paid off the box truck last month. The credit cards have been paid down. The Subaru was paid off. My student loans is paid off. The hospital bills are paid off. All the collections are paid off. I think there's three categories that when I talk to people about debt, the ones that have the money to pay for it, and for some reason they just don't pay it off right away. And then the average person that, let's say, makes $40,000 a year and has about $30,000 worth of debt, I think it's still manageable. But then there was us. I was working part-time. I forget what she was making, but I want to say it was like $12 or $13, but she had probably 15 hours of overtime each week, which kind of helped. But I just didn't think there'd be a way to get out of it without filing for bankruptcy. And I'm glad we stuck through it because it was one of those, I want to pay it off. I got myself into it. I want to pay it off because I've been in debt before, not this amount, and I had help and I got right back into debt. So I think it's a behavior thing that I had to change. And as soon as you hit that point where you're like, I don't want to be in debt no more, when you hit your breaking point, for me, that was when one day the rent check was due. And I remember telling my wife, that if you buy a Happy Meal or you go to the dollar store, if you buy anything, that rent check will bounce. And so for us to get out of debt, I went and searched a bunch of videos. I read a few books. Oh, you can probably see them behind me on how to make money, how to get out of debt. I did a lot of research, and it's not fun, but the more effort you put into it, the quicker you get out of debt. So depending on where you're at in your debt, for me, I would start off with the smallest debt first, pay that off, use that amount of money, and then tackle your next debt, depending on how much you have. Once you get to the last thing that you owe, it's going to be such a huge relief. I just remember feeling depressed on how much our money would go into the credit cards, and it wouldn't move. The balance just stayed the same, and to see $27,000 in a credit card was just very depressing. I just don't know how we got to that point. It's just one of those things you just keep charging and charging until they're telling you that, hey, you should pay a little bit more or you're going to have this debt for like 60 years. So the day that I paid off my credit card, it was just amazing. It's at a zero balance. I still use it to pay bills so I can get some of the rewards, but I just keep it at a zero balance. Same with my wife's credit card. The only debt that we have at the moment is the box truck, which I opened up a business credit card to use, and that should be paid off in about 3 months from now. Tonight, when I was editing pictures for eBay, I actually got a sale. I don't know how this is gonna look off my phone. Oh, that doesn't look very good, does it? But anyhow, you just have to keep hustling. If you don't make enough, start a side gig. For eBay, for us, this is just extra money. This is just something that I want to try to build, and I'm very serious about it. I think in our past videos, I think we're at 2 sales, but as of tonight, I think we're at 9 sales. And I'm hoping to up it to the point where I can get a sale every day. The reason why we have credit cards still is that now we use the credit cards for the rewards. Because I'm a driver, I spend a lot of it in gas, and any amount of money back that I can get helps. And it's kind of like free money. As long as you're paying them off on time, I don't have a problem with using my credit cards. My wife uses it to buy the groceries, and we get like 1% or 2%. I think it depends on the bonuses that month, but we get a 1 to 5% back, cash back. Anyhow, you guys keep grinding, keep working at it. If you're in debt, I think there's ways to get out of it. I think the first step you need to take is just to get organized and see what you can cut and see if you can make more money. Thanks for watching. Again, please leave me a comment if you guys have any questions. I'll see you guys in the next video.